spinning segment. Jim, do you want to kick us off today?
Yeah, I don't really have any news, but
Okay.
what's spinning? Picked up some stuff over the holidays.
What you got?
First thing that just arrived was my Evil Dead Toxic Grace album. I
Woo,
just
nice.
posted this on Facebook like 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
Picked it up, been watching it, and the price was right, so pull the trigger. We
Nice.
love the cover art on this
Yeah,
baby.
it's great.
Yeah, so it's not even open yet. Like it's still sealed. I
Ooh.
just it was on my porch like an hour ago.
Yeah.
This is kind of a cool pickup. I saw it on some other podcasts like throughout. I've been watching a lot of top 15, top 20, top 5 lists, and this hit a lot of lists. It's Wolfheart.
Yeah, Wolfheart.
And I thought this one's Draconian Darkness. So not really super familiar with them, but a really cool sort of melodic death metal band from Finland.
Yeah.
So definitely check them out. They're pretty cool. The podcast I was watching, the guy swore by it. It was like in his top 15, so I decided to stream it, and then absolutely fell in love with it. But I picked this up, Vanden Plas, and I've been listening
Cool.
to it like crazy. This is a really neat one. It was actually on Perrin from the Metal Voices top. I think it was his top album, or I think it was his number 2, maybe. But anyways, didn't really know about them, and then decided to digitally spin it, and just totally awesome. I mean, it's kind of a, I don't know. Dream Theater's got a new album coming out. I like the couple of singles that are already off it, but I'll tell you, this will give them a run for their money. This is really, really good prog metal. This album only has like 6 songs on it. They're all like 8 to 15 minutes, but really cool. Maya Kyrian Flight. Got to check that song out. Absolutely love this band. I'm even checking out. They've got a couple of live albums, and I think that's their fourth or fifth. They've got a number of albums,
yeah.
so I'm definitely going to check them out. Billy, did you ever see them over in Wacken
I
or
have
anywhere?
seen them. I've
Okay.
seen them once. I'm a big fan, actually, from their very first album.
Oh, okay,
I like
great.
them, yeah, for sure. And it's funny. So I didn't realize that was a 2024 album
Yeah,
because I own it, but I never even dawned on me when we did our top list to go pull that.
yeah.
So yeah, that's probably a miss. It should have at least been honorary mention, I guess. But yeah, they're great, and yeah, I like the way you compare them to Dream Theater. But one thing I always like, sometimes Dream Theater, some of the albums they can get like really into they can lose me in like a 15
Yeah,
minute song, right? Just with all the over noodling. But like those guys, they're always like keeping the song first, right? So
yeah.
you stay in it. They're very good at that. They don't push the prog too far.
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. And it's almost kind of like a more digestible prog album, like a
Yeah.
more, and I agree with that. There's a lot of Dream Theater. And I know you guys are fans of Dream Theater, but from album to album, it can get pretty, yeah, like you said, noodly. And you're
Yeah.
getting so deep into it that it kind of loses a bit of its focus. I find this constantly kind of calibrates itself every
Yeah.
song. And I listened
Great
to their
stuff.
past couple of albums too, which I've got on order. And I'm an instant fan. Absolutely love it, and I can't believe this. I missed this as well. But I got to be honest. I wasn't aware of the band prior to this, so
You didn't hear them at
definitely
all, Jim? I'm
that's
surprised you didn't.
no. And that's the
Oh,
thing about these top 10, top 15 lists. Why we love doing them. You always
sure.
see on somebody else's list. I got to check that out, and all of a sudden now, I'm an instant fan. So definitely.
Oh, cool.
A great pick there for sure. That's
Yeah,
all I've
you
got, guys.
you could get them all, Jim. Like you may as
Yeah.
well just start ordering them.
Oh yeah.
I know you. You're gonna
Yeah.
like them. So
He's
I
gonna
have
go
them
down the
live.
rabbit hole.
They've got a double. They've got like a 2-disc live album. I ordered that yesterday. Listened to that last night, and it's man, like the crowd participation in the show just sounds so. It's so epic.
yeah,
It's really really good music.
yeah. No, good stuff. Cool.
That's
That's
what I
it.
got, guys.
All right. Sounds good. Ken, over to you.
Well, since we're like posting this episode on January 3rd, which will technically be 2025, I got a couple announcements for new releases. You guys might have seen this. The new Warbringer is coming out in
Mhm.
March 14th. So the first single, A Better World, is actually going to be released on January 7th.
That'll be wicked.
So this will be their seventh studio album, and apparently the same lineup from the Weapons of Tomorrow album. So this is pretty good. The album is called Wrath and Ruin. I saw the album cover; it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, the
So
artwork is cool.
yeah, the artwork is nice. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see where they go with it. Last few albums have been pretty decent, so I'm assuming with the same lineup, you'll be getting the same kind of sound. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there's another band coming out called Black Talon from the UK. They're going to be releasing their sophomore album, Scenes of Agony, on January 31st. I bring this up because it's on Wasted State Records. They did release a previous album in 2015 called Endless Realities. They're from Edinburgh, Scotland, so it's nice that you get another Scottish thrash band coming out beyond Gamma Bomb. The vocalist is Johnny Steele. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Joey Belladonna at times. He's got that high range with the vocals. There's tons of gang shouts on it. You can listen to their previous album on Spotify or YouTube or wherever you want to stream it. Give it a go. It's pretty good. I really like it. It's got a very Anthrax kind of punky vibe to it. So I'm kind of curious to see where they go with this one. And yeah, it comes out on January 31st. And that's all I have for this week.
And Destruction.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that.
Destruction coming out, and I pre-ordered my copy.
Cool. Yeah. I forgot that's coming out too this year.
Yeah,
that's like March, I think, right?
March,
yes.
Yeah,
early March. So I guess the first half of 2025 is going to be good.
Oh yeah,
for albums at least it's seeming that way.
Yeah, no, for sure. I also ordered the new Dream Theater one, and I ordered. Believe it or not, I had to kind of pre-order the Havoc EP, even though that's already out.
The Havoc, yeah.
But it's not. I think on physical. I don't know on albums like on vinyl, but I know on CD it's not released for another month.
Yeah, it's on digital. It was digitally released. That's why.
Yeah,
you would have heard it back then. So I guess I think when they recorded it, it was independent. So I think they now got a label. So that's why it's coming out on CD now.
Cool.
But that's worth getting. That's worth getting.
Cool. Anything else, Ken?
No, that's it for me.
All right, cool. So a couple quick along the same theme as Ken, some 2025 stuff. So for some reason, I keep seeing Dark Angel updates. So recently, Gene Hoglan did a post, kind of a cool post. Like he did this whole like Instagram thing with like bats flying at his head, and but basically to say he finished all the drumming on the new album. So that's pretty cool. Then the band did a post, probably like in the last few days, saying their next show, January 29th, they're going to reveal the new tracks.
Nice.
Play the new tracks. So that should be cool because we'll be able to go on YouTube and actually get to see them, right? So this album that's been in the works forever, we're finally going to see hopefully the light of day, but no release date still. So I don't know if it's going to be 2025 or get pushed, but so that's that. So that's 2025. One interesting thing I saw, I don't know if you guys knew this, it's kind of unusual. So Time Magazine, they actually in their year-end edition, they do the 10 most important records of the year, kind of like we do. And I don't know if they've ever had a metal album in it, but they did this year. And it was the 7th most important album of 2024. And it was Blood and Incantations Absolute Everywhere as being an album that everybody in the United States should buy. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, because this is death metal.
Yeah.
Sure, they're got Pink Floyd and they got prog metal, but it's still death metal, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was but so you can go online, look up Time Magazine top albums, and it's right there, like in their listing. And everything else is like pop music or stuff you'd never hear of.
Yeah, there it is.
There it goes. So still fresh from our top, right? We all had it in our top 15, if I remember right. I'm sure.
I think it was on
my
our
number one.
Top 3 because it was number 2 for me. So it was.
That was number 2 for me too. Yeah.
So it's pretty much in the top 3.
Yeah, no, agree. And then one last thing, which is interesting, it's kind of got me thinking, and various band members have been posting this, but the surprise announcement that Nevermore is returning
Oh
in
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
2025.
No.
So my
Crazy.
first thought is, yeah, not right, right? Like without Will
No.
Dane, who passed in 2017, like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like former band members made the announcement, like Jeff Loomis, who we all know, who's been in multiple bands, the guitarist, and Van Williams on drums announced it. Like it popped up on all social media saying Nevermore 2025, but not a lot of detail. So me personally, I don't think it's right, but I think it was interesting today. The other member jumped in, Jim Shepard,
Jim
Mhm.
Shepard.
saying it's completely disrespectful and an
Whoa.
insult to Worrell, and he would
Yeah.
never participate in such a thing.
Okay.
So like he was just like adamant that this should not be done. So I think,
No.
yeah, it's one of those where like, yeah, I guess you get a couple band members who I don't know, just want to keep bring it back to life. Like what's Jeff doing now? Is he an arch enemy or
No,
Jeff?
he left. He left.
Yeah.
Arch
So
Enemy. He's
is he
gone.
not in? He's not in
Loomis.
any band?
No, no. He left Arch Enemy last year.
Oh, okay. So that's almost
It was
one.
an amicable split. Apparently, they
Huh.
mutually departed, and he hasn't been in the band since.
Hmm. So I don't know. I mean, to me, that makes it a bit worse, right? You're a bandless, and then you want to bring back something that that's really associated with Worrell, right? Like, so I don't know.
Well,
Uh,
he is the band, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I hear
Like
you.
his voice is the band. Without
Yeah,
him, there's no band.
yeah. But
Sorry.
then Sanctuary continued after his death, right? Like they had that
He
singer
did. Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Witherfall, right? Joseph Michael, who replaced him and went on tour,
Yeah,
and
he's okay. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they get him. They say, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't agree with Sanctuary continuing either, and I don't agree with Nevermore.
Well, I don't mind the fact that Sanctuary came back.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's okay. I think I mean, there was a major dent with the Nevermore stuff, so I think it resonates more with people than say Sanctuary does. So I
Hmm.
could give Sanctuary a pass, but not Nevermore.
Hmm. I actually prefer Sanctuary over Nevermore.
Oh, do
So,
Same
you? Oh,
here.
okay.
but yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know. I just think he's so closely tied to both bands. I'm
Yeah.
equally offended that they would continue without him. And
Okay.
Nevermore probably was that World's band. Like, really was.
Yes. Well,
Yeah, it's his band, right?
yeah. Worrell and Loomis they created the band together because
Okay, so Jeff was a co-creator.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Jeff. It's his. He's a founding member. They were the two founding members.
Okay, so
Because
then,
if I remember correctly, when they did I think Jeff was playing in Sanctuary before they broke. I think he was doing some tour, like live touring with them
Mhm.
before they broke up. And then when they split, Jeff joined War with Nevermore,
Mhm.
from my understanding, if I got it right.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Like, yeah. So I've shared my view. I don't know, but we'll see. No detail. Like, is it a new album? Is it a tour? It just said we're going to be doing something in Neon Black in 2025, which of course was one of their big albums, Neon
Yeah,
Black.
it's a great album. Love
Uh,
that album.
so yeah, I'll be curious to see what they do. Uh,
Yeah, I
oh
think we
well.
all will.
Yeah, exactly. So that's in terms of news, and then one item for what's spinning. So again, I echo Jim's comments. My favorite time of the year is looking at the top 20 or top 10 lists of people and people I follow on Instagram, and I've been discovering all kinds of cool new music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those is a band which, shame on me, is from Montreal, where I'm from, and I totally miss them. Like I was on a train ride to Montreal when I was sending notes to Jim and Ken about this. But this is really cool. So the band's
Yeah.
called Dissimulator, and this is called Lower Form Resistance. So yeah, I would say it's like death thrash, but technical death thrash. You hear elements of like I would say Voivod, Cynic, Oblivion, some Quebec
Anthrax.
influences in there, but also some of that like Anthrax
Yeah,
riffing is in here in some songs. So it's a good mishmash of stuff, but it's really well written. And if you slant to technical metal, I think you'll really like this. And the artwork is really crazy
yeah, it was
too.
great.
I
Yeah,
I have no idea what the hell's going on there, but
it looks
uh,
like some kind of weird machine.
yeah, right. But it's a head, right? Because he's
It's a
wired
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
going in the mouth here. So
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's pretty cool.
Did you guys get a chance to listen? I know
Oh
Not
you
yeah, I've
yet.
heard
sure
it. Yeah,
can.
I've heard the whole thing. I
Jim, did
really like
you?
it.
I've got to listen to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know it's good. Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Jim, you would like it. I know you like Anthrax, and there's an Anthrax vibe to it. I think you'll
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. So that's good. That's worth checking out. And it's on a $20 spin, so it's relatively easy. I
Pretty
was
easy.
in
Yeah.
Montreal. I walked into the first record store on in the Plateau area and was able to pick it up right away. So
Nice.
Nice.
that was pretty cool.